Morgan. My code is DMPTS, and I just drove the Dodge Dart. I really liked this car. It was a lot different than what I originally had expected. I thought it was gonna be a lot smaller, and I thought driving it was gonna be a little bit more, that it was gonna be so small in there that I wasn't gonna be comfortable. Sitting in the driver's seat, I definitely don't feel like I'm like just stuffed in here. I feel like I have a lot of space. I feel like my passenger would have a lot of space. I don't know, the seats are comfortable though. The back seat, it doesn't have that much leg room, but that's kind of expected with such a small car. But the seats are really comfortable. I feel like it's kind of molded to my body. I really liked the inside of this car. That's really sleek. Right up on the top right there. Like, I like how that looks. It looks really nice. And the red undertone. I loved the small details of this red right here that lights up, or this really large screen here. It makes it so much fun to drive. I feel like I'm in something a lot more luxurious than the Dodge Dart, which has a really low price point. I like all the compartments that this has. If you look, you can find so many little compartments everywhere. So it's really good to have so that you don't have clutter in your car, because that to me just drives me insane. And, oh, oh, it's Emily's phone. But also, talking about the phone, it's got a really good connection. We called someone while we were driving and it came in so clear. It was a lot of fun to use. So when I was driving the Dodge Dart, I actually surprised myself at how much I like speed. I know I like to drive fast, and I guess in my car, my pickup isn't as great as the Dodge Darts. You don't necessarily feel that like, oh, the transmission, you're going into a new gear. It's so smooth, and it's not loud. It's just you start driving and you're like, wow, that was awesome. It was kind of dorky of me, but we did notice that the turn signal, I really like the noise that it makes. If you just tap it, it gives you 3 turn like signal lights, which I think is so cool, because like normally you have to hold it down for a second, or it'll just do it once if you just push it. So, I mean, just little things like that just make this car so cool. It's fun to drive, it's user-friendly, and it looks good too. And that to me is really important, because if I'm gonna be driving somewhere, like my drive to work is a half an hour, I want my drive to work to be nice, and I want to feel comfortable, and I want to like where I'm sitting. I want to like what I'm looking at. The car itself is a little too sporty for me, but I really do like it. It's a good size, especially for me being young and starting off and wanting a fun car to drive. But I would like something maybe a little less sporty and a little bit more, how do you say, fancier looking, maybe a little bit more grown up.